Once upon a time, somewhere in an imaginary world, there were 20 students struggling to learn English. Every time they tried hard, they did their best, but they always felt that this was not enough, that they had always this awful feeling of feeling sick and tired of the learning process, in which they were just the listeners. Until one day that had everything changed. Students were no longer passive participants, but active participants of the learning process, feeling motivated and excited about that. And all of them because of a teacher who was never resting and always looked in the future. So it was the time when she had to design a course named Family Ties, Cultural Vibes. And the first thing that she wanted was, how can I make my students become more engaged in the learning process? Of course, the answer was just one, by letting them collaborate in a project and use the digital media in an immersive way. So that time, this teacher started browsing the internet, searching for interesting, free, immersive media platforms that could be used. And here they are: CoSpaces, Edu, and Google Arts and Culture. Then a bunch of ideas started rushing out of her mind on how this course can be interestingly designed. This time, students were the independent and active participants who controlled everything. They knew the learning objectives, experimented by manipulating 3D models, exposed their personal um, experiences regarding their families, so this made them feel even more connected with each other. Also, they had to search for specific information on the web. They had to plan their own immersive experiences by building activities, playing games, assigning roles, and presenting it, of course. Finally, their cognitive skills do not stop there. They had to assess their experience, giving the educator precious feedback for future adaptations. So, after this course, students and teachers will feel that, especially on the one hand, students can have access to a deeper sense of knowledge in a completely different way, and on the other hand, the teacher is more responsible for the design and structure rather than the execution itself. And they lived happily ever after.